How's it going, guys? Josue back again. Josue back again with another video on Hear Me Raw. I've been going around, now when I say my name. Actually, if you pay attention, the first video that I made on this channel, I was like, I said Josue, but I said you could pronounce it Josue if you cannot do that. But you know what? I'm gonna challenge everybody to just pronounce it Josue. That is the French pronunciation of my name. I am from Haiti, so Josue, Joseph. So my name is Josue. Back on Hear Me Raw, and today I want to talk about why I am little bird. Why I'm done with the club. I'm done clubbing. Now, I did live in Florida for a couple of years back in the day, so I do have some Floridian in me, which I don't always remember what that's like or whatever. For me, I just go through life. I don't think much of it, and I can be pretty vague at times. But yeah, I was in Florida, and while I was in Florida, I did club. I did go out to the club. Back then, I was shy, more shyer than I am now. I can still be shy at times, depending on what I'm doing, and also too because I've been doing a lot of rebirth. Like I feel like every day I'm like rebirth. When you're growing in this world, it's amazing how the process is. Like when you're opening up your mind, when you're actually allowing yourself to grow rather than doing the same things that you've always known. That's the thing. You can die early in life without actually dying by not moving forward, by staying where you are, by staying in your comfort zone. That means in order to grow, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to change things. You have to level up. And when you're leveling up, everything changes. Especially now that I've been going through my spiritual journey, and I've been waking up. I've been waking up. So whenever you're going on to the next level, everything about you changes. It's like growing pains. Growing pains. This is literal. Like now, when you're a kid, you were growing a lot physically, but now we're growing a lot in here. A lot of the growth that we're doing is in here. It's at the soul level. Where I was watching a video earlier, it talked about like how whenever we're leveling up to the next level, you literally have to take what you're at, where you are right now, and just break it down and destroy it, and then rebuild. And that's what's happening. Especially if you have gone through a dark night of the soul, like when you're doing the shadow work, you're facing the dark side, you're facing aspects of yourself that you have left behind, or aspects of yourself that you were too scared to face at a certain time, but now is the time. Maybe you're not ready yet. Motorcycles are mad loud, man. Maybe you're not ready to do the shadow, the dark nights of the soul. Maybe you're not ready to do the shadow work, and that's okay. But when you are, just be ready that it's going to be scary. Like I said, these are aspects of yourself that you left behind. And oftentimes, when you face those aspects, you will literally feel as if you were at that age. So if you had some trauma back in the day when you were like 3, 4 years old, and that trauma is resurfacing, you're gonna feel like you were 3 and 4 years old. I felt it. I felt that when that trauma comes, like I don't feel as if like I'm at the age that I am now. I feel like I'm the age that I was back then. But at the end of the day, our souls are ageless. What is age anyway, right? How's it going? So yeah, facing that dark night of the soul. I love shadow work. I love shadow work, because if we don't do the shadow work, those aspects that we didn't face, those traumas that we didn't face, they're gonna resurface, and we're gonna have no idea why they're happening. But once you start to do the shadow work, you will know why you get angry. You will know why you're crying. Maybe you might not know fully, but over time you will, as you go within. And when it comes to partying, I wanted to go to the club again now, because now that I'm not as shy as I was, and I'm more expressive of myself, and I'm more confident, and I can dance better than I was back then. Because back then when I was younger, I did not dance. I used to go to the club so many times, but I never really danced. I think I danced once with a girl, but at that time I was drunk and I was high when I did that. Was I high? Yeah, I didn't really smoke a lot back in Florida, but that time I was drunk and I was high, and I ended up dancing, and I actually had fun. Come to find out, the girl did not look as good as I thought. That's why I don't like alcohol. Alcohol is actually, this is the main point of this video. That's the main thing. Like with clubs, in order to really have fun, at least not for everybody, but the way things are now, it's like you have to get drunk off your ass to have fun at a club. And I'm not about that. I still drink, but I don't drink to get drunk, and I don't drink a lot. I don't drink every day. I was on my way to becoming an alcoholic, but cannabis helped me to stop that. Hanging out with family, hanging out with friends, everybody was drinking. It's legal. Cannabis was illegal. Now cannabis is becoming more legal, so now we have options. Back then I didn't think I had options, so alcohol is what I did. Even though I had like times where, I remember there was one year, it was New Year's Eve. Do you know where I was? I was on the stairs puking while everybody was celebrating. Yeah, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I'm by myself on the stairs. Nobody's checking up on me or anything. That's the type of situation like that alcohol will get you in. You know, at least that's what it got me in. Tequila especially used to like just knock me out, and I remember I had one night with alcohol where I blacked out and I didn't remember anything. You know, and that's not the type of life that I wanted to live. But at the time, to have fun and like hanging out with people, we were drinking. Um, so yeah, a lot of weird times like that when I'm drunk, and also too, it would hurt my stomach. I would get sick, hangovers, and all that stuff. So like on the next day of drinking alcohol, getting drunk, you have to factor in the time that it takes to recover from the alcohol. You know, when I was fully raw, I'm high raw now. When I was fully raw, I remember I finally stopped and I had some alcohol and I had some food, and I had one shot, and my body automatically wanted to just like get rid of the alcohol, and like it just and but my body was still not used to it anymore. It just knocked me out, you know. So alcohol is technically a poison. It is. So now I'm not in the business of like abstaining completely from everything, but there is things I just don't crave anymore, that I just don't eat often. I might have them, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get them. So yeah, in the club the last time I went, man, like I think the only way you could have had fun there is if you were drunk out of your mind, you know. And I like I said, I'm not about that. Drinking is not fun for me anymore. I've learned about cannabis. The thing about drinking, if I was to get drunk, I lose myself. I don't have as much control over my actions or my thoughts, and like I tend to get very angry when I am drunk. So for me, alcohol takes me out. Alcohol like puts somebody else in the driver's seat, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like that. When it comes to cannabis, cannabis brings me in. Sometimes, yes, cannabis will bring me to a place where like my subconscious fears will come, but that's okay. That's on me to face those fears. Like cannabis is always a different experience. It's never really the same. It all depends on what state of mind I am in, and also depends on what kind of cannabis I'm smoking at the time. And I've been making sure that lately that if I do smoke, that I'm smoking organic. I'm getting the best quality that I can get, you know, not just smoking anything, because you don't know what people are putting in there. And you know, in this world that we have, it's all about the money. People do whatever. They'll use pesticides, GMO, all this stuff. So I'm more aware of what I'm putting in my body, and that's part of going vegan as well. You start asking questions. It's scary when you look in the world when people are not asking questions. They're just consuming things and not questioning where it comes from. People are still eating animals, and they don't even think that they're eating animals as they're eating animals. That's why when somebody offers me an animal product, I'm not saying I don't eat meat or whatever. I say I don't eat animals. You know, I don't eat animals. Like I'm not about that. I don't eat death. I don't eat slavery. I don't eat rape. I don't eat that stuff. I don't need that energy in my life. Science has already proven that we can live without it. And my friend actually messaged me earlier today, and she's in school, and in the book it says like even though there's research showing that red meat and processed meats are, you know, linked to cancer and are not good for us, they're still somehow on the recommended diet list. They were still somehow on the food pyramid. Now Canada has gotten rid of that. Canada took meat out of there, and I applaud Canada from that. I think they even took milk out of it too. If you do the research, you'll see that the places that have the most milk, that consume the most milk, had the highest states of osteoporosis, you know, bone fractures and things like that. And they told that calcium builds hormones and vitamin D and all that stuff. It's a lot of lies. Like if you do the research, you'll realize you have been lied to. So you have to do your own research. Even what I say, you should still do your own research. For me, I do my own research, but the best thing too is to apply the research. You could hear about all these things, but you have to apply it. I've been vegan for 4 years, and it's been changing my life. It's been a really, really big mind fuck, like a really big mind fuck. It's like, whoa, you know, at first I was like, yo, I found out this thing, like this is gonna change the world. I'm gonna tell my family, happily ever after. We're all gonna stop eating animals because, you know, why would we want to do this? Like, especially with all the research. But no, no, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. But getting over that and just like kind of doing my own thing. But yeah, so I'm done clubbing. I prefer a club where people are just having, like, I love ecstatic dance. I went to the food festival 2 years. This will be my third year going, and ecstatic dance, that was the most fun I had dancing in my freaking life. And I can have fun dancing to other music too, but I just don't like to be around the alcohol vibe. I'm not about the alcohol vibe. Like the alcohol makes people belligerent, makes them like crazy, and like they can't, people can't control themselves. And I'm not about that. And yeah, and I feel like people shouldn't be about that either. And there are other options. We have other options for things to have fun. You can get high off juice. You can, you can literally get high off juice, get high off fruits, get high off love, get high off nature, get high off life, get high off yoga. If people are all doing yoga, they're stretching, they're taking care of their bodies. Like yoga literally will bring pleasure to the body. Like if I didn't stretch, if I didn't do all these things, I don't. I'm like, and I see people that they don't. Like, how do you go through life? You're not really. Your body is doing so much work, but what are you doing to give your body back? You're not stretching and you're eating meat, dairy, and eggs. Like that's kind of rude. Like you have a relationship with your body and that's what you do. So these are things to think about. So ecstatic dance is dope, and I don't mind being around people that smoke. Cannabis it's amazing. I love people when they're high. I prefer people when they're high than to when they're drunk. Way more when they're high than they're drunk, and especially if they're going in their spiritual route and they're connecting with themselves and they're being themselves and they're yogis like me and they like to move. Like I know when I see people that are on the same realm as me, I love it. I see them, I notice them, we see each other. We see each other, we feel each other, we connect, and our energies just like boom. And we all get energy. Somehow we're doing everything that we do better, and we improve at a fast rate. At the fruit festival, it's a week long, all raw vegan. There's not even salt, and you just like fruits, vegetables, salads, and everything, and a lot of gourmet foods as well. Ice cream, stuff like that. We have like Vikings, basketball courts, tennis, huge fields to walk in, a lot of nature, lake. It's mad fun, a lot of activities, and we grow so fast in those 7 days together. Really high vibration. So that's what I've been introduced to, and that is where my life is going towards. I keep that vision in my life. I keep that feeling in my life, and that's why I have a raw vegan potluck every month at Carmen Street Spiritual Center in Natick. And the link will be in the description below. If you look at my link tree, it has the next one. The next one is July 20th. So if you are in Massachusetts, feel free to come through. If you're in Vermont, if you're in New York, come through. I've had people travel a little bit to come here, and it's great. We have open mic. We do yoga, Zumba, meditation, breathing exercises. Like we do whatever, and Reiki, all that stuff, anything, and everyone just comes and they can be themselves, and we eat amazing food and we talk. And we come out of it, and every month we get a little bit better. We come back. So that's my video for today, man. I'm hoping that clubs get better. And also, I didn't mention the kind of music that was played at the club too. A lot of music, low vibration. So high vibrational music. If you want some high vibrational music, there is a lot of conscious rap as well. But I actually, when it comes to conscious music, my favorite music is actually, I love Paul Isaac. I met him at the fruit festival. He's amazing. He's a farmer in Hawaii. He raps about like planting trees and fruits and dancing, stuff like that. I'm all about that. Like I'm a little hippie over here. Nako Bear is another great one. He's indigenous. He's great. I love his music. Powerful music. Definitely a channel for nature, for Mother Nature, getting people to come back and reconnect with themselves. I also love Trevor Hall. Trevor Hall, also amazing. Those three, I think that those Trevor Hall and Nako Bear know each other, and I learned about Trevor Hall and Nako Bear through Paul Isaac. So give thanks, big ups to Paul Isaac. But yeah, I love those artists, and that kind of music has really changed my life. The high vibrational music will change your life, and music is a great way to program yourself, and also too with the frequencies, 432 hertz versus 440 hertz. I don't know if you know about that, but definitely do your research on that. Depending on the frequency of the music, it can either heal you or it can kill you. So that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed already to my YouTube channel, feel free to do so. Hit that button, and let me know in the comment section if you have any questions about anything.